The Weakest Link slipped unnoticed and unheralded onto the BBC Two daytime schedules on the 14th of August 2000.
Start the clock.
Anne Robinson's curt interrogations of the hapless contestants was a completely new development for quiz shows.
Tony, have you ever been in a situation where you've needed to administer first aid? It's not funny, is it?
No.
We broke every single rule. The Weakest Link has not left a television rule in place. The age of the host, the sex of the host, the looks of the host, the confrontational nature, no one being nice to anyone, no one patronising anyone.
It is different. Mrs. Merton was different. Dame Edna Everidge was different. And now we have this other strange woman dressed like a sort of bat and very ferocious.
Michael, what do the British call what the Americans call a pacifier?
No idea.
A baby's dummy.
And I think it's a wonderful relief from the professional smiler.
And now, from Norwich, it's the Quiz of the Week.
I cannot imagine being rude to a contestant if I was running a show. I would feel my job is to put them at their ease and coax them along and help their adrenaline to pump as strong as possible so they will contribute as much as possible. Which saint is generally said to stand at the gates of heaven? Anne?
Gabriel. Paul. Peter.
I think she said Peter just as the time flashed, and so if she did, I'm allowed to accept it.
Nicholas, according to the song, what were the geese doing on the 6th day of Christmas?
6th day of Christmas.
The correct answer is laying.
The Weakest Link with a bloke would be very, very different. The fact is that we live in a society where it's perfectly all right for women to be absolutely beastly to men and to make terrible jokes about the size of their tackle, their wedding tackle, and to make terrible jokes about how ugly they are or how useless they are in bed and so on and so on. But for a man to make the equivalent jokes about a woman is completely unacceptable. So, it's vital that it is a woman who's the presenter of it because, the men cannot fight back.
Team, just to remind you that your performance so far has been rubbish. Rob, what's that stupid face you've drawn?
If I've done nothing else, I feel I have introduced the idea that not only can you have a female show host to a quiz show, you can also don't have to have somebody of 25 with enormous bosoms and wonderful legs.
It's fear and arousal. It is. I'll come clean. It's a cocktail of fear and arousal, which is a very, very potent thing.
I think we can both stand fairly firm on that. Once you've had the saucy gimlet eye of Robinson on you, you don't forget that in a hurry.
How do you think you did in that round?
Very mediocre.
No, it was far worse than that.
Right.
Statistically, you were the weakest link.
Yeah, both Mel and I were slightly bristling afterwards, and in a cheeky way.
But throughout...
It is arousing, you're right. We've both gone quite red now, but we just feel we have to be very honest about it. But it's dominatrix. It's the sexual underworld of being dominated.
Willkommen zu Der Schwächste fliegt.
Mein Name ist Hans.
Different presenter, different contestants, but same format. In Germany...
Claudia, was glaubst du, wie du in der letzten Runde warst? Scheiße.
Welcome to the Weakest Link.
And Australia. So far, the show has been bought by 34 countries, but by far the most interesting development was when giant American corporation NBC took it. And it wasn't just the show they were after.
It's a good game, but I think what makes it a really fun, great game is Anne Robinson. Without Anne Robinson, I'm not sure that it would work in the United States.
It's the 27th of February, and a team of Americans have flown in from Los Angeles. Leading from the front are NBC executive producers Phil Guren and Stuart Krasnow. They've never met Anne before, and will be working with her on a daily basis in America, so it's important that they get on well.
If they were to win that sort of money, what would we do? Rob them!
If the show is a long-term success in the States, Anne Robinson could earn more than £10 million from it. and the Americans need to learn how the show is put together.
I'll show you a picture later.
Stuart Class.
Hi, hi. Susan Dale Rice. Hi. 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 Nice to meet you.
Oh, I'll see you around.
But I think that'd be a good idea if you had a look at some of my outfits, because we've kind of worked on them quite a lot now, so that but you might have different ideas.
Sounds like the whole process.
Yeah, but the leather seems to go down quite well, which of course if you're my age. Great, well I'll go and put my clothes on.
Go put your clothes on.
Great, I hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to introduce the one and only Anne Robinson!
And you've never heard of the Clangers?
Haven't? Before my time on.
I would have thought you'd drop plenty every day. What do you do, Alison?
I'm a teacher.
Are you? What sort of teacher?
Primary school.
Right. How old are the children you teach?
10 and 11.
God help them. Join us again for the weakest link. Goodbye.
It's mean, it's nasty, and I can't wait to bring it to America.
I think it's a great show, and I'm really excited to put it on the air in the U.S. Really excited.
What Annie does is exactly what Americans want to see.
Right now, in America, if you'd ask anyone who Anne Robinson is, they wouldn't have a clue. But what we're going to do is we're going to do this whole big media campaign, and the show's going to go on the air in the middle of April. The day after it airs, everyone in America is going to know who this lady is.
As you know, being a big deal in the United States is a terrific feeling.
I think she has enormous potential to be a breakout personality on American television.
Well, she's already a breakout personality in the UK. A week later, Anne Robinson makes an appearance on Room 101. So what do you want to put in?
I want to put the Welsh in.
Here's the sort of thing that Hitler had as an idea, isn't it? Her remarks immediately stir up an enormous controversy. But Anne Robinson has other things on her mind. She's off to America. 2 days later, she flies to Los Angeles. Her mission to sell herself and the weakest link to the great American public. 2 days on non-stop PR engagements have been lined up, the opening salvo in NBC's master plan to make her a star in the States. Travelling with Anne are her hairstylist, Kevin Graham, and her husband and agent, John Penrose.
There she is. How are you?
Hi.
Great to meet you.
Beautiful flowers.
Oh, well, you're welcome. We're so excited to have you over here. Come on in. Okay. Without any...
She meets one of the most powerful men in American television, Scott Sasser, president of NBC West Coast.
And we will, we're going to make this a huge event and a huge priority for us. So.
NBC has had hit after hit with comedies and dramas, including Friends, Frasier and ER. But it's missed out to its rival networks ABC and CBS in the current craze in America for reality quiz shows. So there's a lot resting on Anne's shoulders.
I don't think anybody's going to put anything over on the other.
Studio One is where American TV institution Johnny Carson recorded his show for 30 years.
Wow.
It's where The Weakest Link will be shot.
That's wonderful. This is the only way I've got credibility with my daughter. NBC and Friends and Frasier. It's terrific.
She immediately spots a major difference between American and British television.
I can tell you're not at the BBC because all the clocks work here. Where's Linda? Listen, this is my first. She's difficult. I don't want bombity-bomb music during the shoot. Okay?
Oh, for sure. That's no problem.
Just something quiet or nothing at all.
Hey, can I introduce you?
Yeah.
This is Cisco.
Cisco, the award-winning R&B artist.
New NBC shows.
Hi!
I heard a lot about you.
You're younger than me. You might do better.
choose one pair and then...
Sure. What we...
Then it's down to the tricky business of what glasses to wear for the photo shoot.
We went all silver to start off with. We just had that with silver earrings. That's how we did it.
Okay.
We've now progressed, so we have those in gold, all gold, or
I like the silver.
I do too. I just
Yeah.
think the silver
you
makes
were
such
quite
a statement.
Do you, who was keen on these?
Well, Stuart, we love these, but I think and they're very heavy. But I just think we need to start with one pair.
Yeah. Well,
I
I think for luck's sake, that's it. You know.
I like the silver. The
I
tortoise
really
color is too distracting, I think.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Here we
silver
really focus
earrings,
on your eyes.
bit of silver jewellery. I'll take these off. Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay. And
Great.
we changed this for a black top.
Perfect.
Okay.
Great.
have a
That's silver
match.
background, so that works
Okay,
perfect.
perfect.
And we'd
Okay.
like to do with and without the glasses.
Sure. No, that's fine.
Okay, great.
How are you? Nice to meet you. Just do me one favor.
What?
If you don't like me, don't kick me out of here, okay? Because you're brutal. I know what these open. Nice. Good. Just give me a slight laugh under your breath.
So what kind of profile has Anne got at the moment in America?
Actually, I don't know how well known she is. I mean, she's a big fan favorite here at NBC. You know, we realize what a wonderful personality she is. It'll only help sell the show, sell the network, and sell Anne as a personality. It'll turn her into we're hoping, a star.
NBC planned to have Anne Robinson's face plastered over billboards, buses, websites and magazines, coast to coast across the country, so by the time The Weakest Link airs, her face will be as familiar as George W. Bush. Back in the real world, or London, the BBC declares her Welsh comments not racist, but comic banter. However, not everyone sees the joke.
What impact does he think that the racist comments of Anne Robinson will have on the image of Wales?
Well, Mr Deputy Speaker, I can only say to Anne Robinson that she will have her point of view, I'm sure, and that many of us in Wales will think ultimately she is the weakest link.
Hello, everybody, this is Anne Robinson. Hello. Hi. Hi.
And at a press conference organised by NBC to publicise The Weakest Link, Anne takes the opportunity to answer her critics.
The people I'd upset? I'd say they should find a sense of humour, actually.
Will you appear before the Commons Committee that's asked you to...
Only if they pay me like these shows pay me.
Really?
Yeah. They know my fee. My agents are here. I'm very expensive.
Do you feel a need to explain yourself?
No. You find me a politician who watches television, and I will go along and debate with them. If you're going to put me in front of a room of politicians who only, if we're lucky, watch themselves on a news show, you know, why should I bother? I'm not wasting my time with them.
That was great. Is that all right? Yeah, you're really wonderful. I've never met anyone quite like you.
Really?
It's very true, and I've been working in this business for a
What
long
would you mean then?
I just think you're great. You can tell you're a journalist, and you respond very honestly, and you know what I mean? But you don't.
Not everyone in America is so impressed with Anne Robinson. Lawyer Rhys Lloyd is the founder of the pressure group the Welsh American Legal Defence Fund. He single-handedly wants to wreck NBC's master plan.
What we are doing is attempting to persuade the State Department that a visa should not issue to her, and to invoke the same policies by which they have excluded other people who have made racist articulations about other peoples. And we are going to be leaning as hard as we can upon the sponsors of the program. It's absolutely certain that had she said the same thing about American Jews, American blacks, American Hispanics, that there would have been an outcry. NBC would not dream of giving her a contract, and no corporation would sponsor her.
Actually, I have made my peace with the Welsh, because the Welsh Tourist Board, in what I thought was an inspired move, asked me to pose in a T-shirt, and apparently that's played so well, we're shaking hands and calling it quits.
Back at her hotel, amidst all the luxury, Anne is trying to stop all the praise going to her head.
This is the making shit shine department. I've insisted on what I call in film schedules an SO. Only women know about SOs.
SO would be
shopping opportunities. That's very good. First things first. Yeah. Priorities. Have we got the SOs sorted?
But it won't be this trip. Her final day is spent at 10950 Studios in South Los Angeles recording a trailer. The budget for the shoot is over $200,000. And like on all the best features, the star has a stand-in. She's actress Maureen Dunn, born in Portsmouth, working in LA.
If you were playing Anne Robinson in Anne Robinson the movie, what kind of character do you think she would be?
Very feisty, kind of the Elizabeth I sort of person.
Awesome.
Now tell me what you do when you're not telling me I'm awesome.
You're going to be walking in this direction, close to the game.
Stay low.
It's a 3-day shoot, but Anne is only there for 8 hours. The 2 trailers that are being shot are the most crucial part of NBC's campaign and will be screened hundreds of times. Every frame has to be perfect, every word examined, considered and approved.
Here we go, stand by.
Feel relaxed.
I had a look at the script and we've negotiated. And now we're doing it my way.
Here we go. Ready and action.
This is not a game of croquet. There are no gimmies, no do-overs, no lifelines, no hints.
Meanwhile, the Ideas men have retired to the men's toilets.
Other stuff working the best for that film.
We're getting ready for a shot tomorrow where we're going to right through the weakest link on a bathroom mirror. So we're working on different techniques to simulate a fogged up mirror. Right now we have dry shampoo and doling spray, and then spray Evian water on top of that. And it looks like a fogged up mirror in a bathroom, and then somebody's written, "You are the weakest link," on the bathroom mirror.
Flyers ripped the Sabres 4-2-3. The Canadians got past the Flames 7-6.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
In the promo, one guy gets up to the top of his pedestal,
Who is an embarrassment?
and he's very small
Who can't do the job?
in front of this enormous screen where your face is, and you say,
You are the weakest link.
goodbye, and this incredible rush of it seems like an atom bomb just blows at him, and his tie goes. That's the way the promo is going to look. So what we're filming now is what's on the screen.
Scott, one more thing? Come over here, I have to explain it. How's that? Take a look at that.
We allow ourselves a little wry smile. I mean, it's a long way from when we first met as teenagers 36 years ago.
Do you take any small credit for
None whatsoever, no. I'm just, I shouldn't say this, but I brought the empty bags over to carry the money home.
How quickly can this move up and you can shoot directly down?
But if they're not careful, they won't be going home at all. Time is running out and there's a danger that they will miss their flight. The director calls a meeting at the storyboard.
Yeah, because she's... Okay. Otherwise, she's walking and boom, she's up here. I got to get...
Yeah, we want to be on this by 4, so...
Okay. This is simple. I just need something that says, oh, she's going up. Okay. No, that's it. I had to drop one shot out because we're just running against schedule, but it's not... It's incidental to the narrative of the promo, so...
The crew go into overdrive, rearranging the set for the final shot. If they don't get it, 3 days' work and thousands of dollars will be wasted. They need that shot. But Anne needs to be on that flight.
Guys, radios are off, cell phones are off, beepers are off. All right, here we go. Ready and action.
And if you fail, I will tell the whole world you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Gas sticks.
Here we go.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I have
Thank you so much. Good luck. Good luck
Thank
with the
you,
show.
Ray.
Thank you.
Send that to your mother.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. I have
Thank you.
Okay, show is closing. Go closing. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Here we go. Stay playing.
Going to be a hit?
There's no question of it. It'll be the strongest link. And so will we if we catch the plane. Goodbye.
The show that blew away Millionaire in England is coming to NBC. The Weakest Link, NBC in 3 weeks.
3 weeks to go, in which every moment in America will be dedicated to publicity.
Welcome to America.
This is very exciting.
Just give me a little half shift view. Right.
Rehearsals.
Okay, looking right at the lens, guys. She's all yours.
That's very comforting for
And
your
the
mother,
recording.
but it's no help to the team.
But first it's back to the day job in London. And at their West End offices, it's business as usual for the Weakest Link production team, and the endless task of auditioning contestants is in full swing.
Mixer.
Apparently, asking contestants to impersonate an electrical appliance puts them at their ease.
Thank you. Excellent. Iron. Kettle. Plug. Alan, which famous building did King Kong climb before being slain in the 1933 film?
Empire State Building.
Correct. The house.
If contestants are fazed by the questions of the researchers, there's no way they could stand up to Anne Robinson.
Correct. Pedro, which alcoholic drink is fermented from grapes and has red, white and rosé varieties? Wine.
You did bank money in the first round, but I think you were a bit of a win, weren't you? Shouldn't you have just gone for it, Rob? What do you look at when you're getting rid of someone, when you're voting somebody out?
And what will you give to the show?
Oh, I don't know, bounce.
Well, how are you going to do with history and old questions?
Quite well. I studied it for A-levels and I've got an old parents, but she'll kill me.
She's got 15. Not bad.
There's a vacancy for next Monday's prime-time show. The researchers think Kedra Goodall may be right for it, but first they have to persuade the show's producers.
She's a student at Oxford University. She's studying psychology or something like that. She's in her final year. She's about to do her finals in May and June, so she's not going to be available May and June. Right, okay. Come on the show.
You've got to remember that there was a crew in there with her.
Right, okay. Long crew.
And she was still good.
And she's free on Monday.
Okay.
So, today's contestant on The Weakest Link.
Now all that stands between Kedra Goodall and £20,000 are 7 other contestants and Anne Robinson.
Ladies and gentlemen, it was great pleasure. I introduce the one and the other. She is Anne Robinson!
Hello. Thank you. Hi, Mum. I didn't win, but the questions were really hard. Don't think you'd have known them. Anne Robinson is not a nice person. No, it's not a persona, she's just not a nice person. Very frightening. Very severe, and she does glare at you. It's really quite scary recording.
Do you ever feel sorry for the contestants when they're voted off?
There are no victims, only volunteers. They volunteer.
So do you think that you're a bully?
Yeah, that's my job. I mean, I don't get a bonus for being nice. Thank goodness. There is no doubt that part of my on-screen persona is me. The comforting thing is that anyone who's worked for me at home, my PA, my driver, they've all been with me a very long time, so I can't be completely awful. My husband's been with me for 20 years. My dogs have been with me for 10 years. You know, I hope I look after people properly and respect their talents.
Back at NBC, it's the final dress rehearsal. A chance for the new Weakest Link team to iron out last-minute problems, and it's a chance for Anne to try out her new set.
I'd like to show you your home base and/or your podium. Are you okay there?
Right. I have a couple of questions about how Anne and mine has changed. This is built differently to the one in England, and I want you to tell me if you think the way that this spins is okay for you.
Yours is a little smoother, though, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's that roughness in there. It's like the ball bearings or something, or some oil.
Try to negotiate this step without having the plexiglass and see if
Yeah, listen, I never
comfortable.
knew there was a plexiglass ever. I forgot.
You did?
Yeah.
I love that about you.
If you go to the
see
village,
if it's even remotely comfortable for you to make the step
Well,
without.
it has been for the first 160 shows.
As long as you are comfortable.
Worrying you, take it away.
Right, strike. James, have this struck, please. Thank you.
Make a nice plan stand in the office. What do you think?
I think that's where it's going.
Okay, I'm going to play it for real, so I don't smile at you. Hello, Kira.
These contestants are stand-ins, but everything about the show is the same as the UK, apart from the cash prize. Here they're playing for a cool $1 million.
No, you have to learn early not to argue with me. Your name's Alan.
Okay.
3, 2.
Cue her.
Welcome to the Weakest Link.
Go Teddy, Sting. And cue.
It's also an opportunity for Bob Levy, the studio director, to rehearse his own performance.
You were just two. Go Ed.
Know each
Although, however, if they want the money, they'll have to work as a team.
Ready 4. Take 1. Ready 5. Take 5. Effects.
Did the questions not change? Something happened.
We've lost the screen.
The screen went away? You lost her screen?
Still up in here.
Stop tape.
But early on, things aren't going to plan. There's a problem with Anne's podium.
Sorry, I'll go punch it.
Rob. Laurie.
During the interruption, America's top chat show host, Jay Leno, pays Anne a flying visit.
Welcome to America. We'll have fun with it.
I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Oh yeah, I'll see you Wednesday. Eh?
Yeah.
Oh good. Okay, we'll have fun.
Okay.
See you later. Remember, Americans aren't very bright. Don't be too hot on us.
The schedule's gone out the window, but they have to press on, even though their high-tech set is temporarily held together by gaffer tape.
Welcome back to the Weakest Link.
Sting. Take 5.
But I think the interesting thing today is discovering yet again, I'm not the first, that we're divided by a common language. So there's all sorts of technical television terms, and I know fewer television terms than anyone, but the few I know are no use here at all.
John, you are tonight's strongest link. Can you go away with $86,500? Kira, you leave
Take 1.
with nothing.
6.
John, do you ever get concerned that Annie's doing too much?
No, she's a good old trooper, aren't you? And you've only got another 2 hours to go, so that's right. We'll keep her on her feet for another 2 hours.
Thank you for your patience on our first day. Oh, not my first dog and pony show, Al. But tomorrow...
I think what we learned from the dress rehearsal is just let Anne be Anne. I think we knew that beforehand, but what's so great is to sort of give her the breathing room, let her be free, give her the information she needs, and let her just go out there and take care of the American contestants for us.
Well, you know, it's really cool. We've been planning to do this for a while now, and so there's been a lot of preparation. And it's kind of a little trippy to see her here. You know, it's because we didn't give birth to the show originally. It's a BBC show, and we saw it over there in London, and that was kind of cool. But now this is our home, our stage. I've shot on this stage before, and here's this international star. Well, not yet. She's a big star in Britain. She's about to be a big star here.
Tonight at Access Hollywood, we take the most talked about TV game show host on a VIP tour. Welcome to Hollywood.
Gosh, this looks good.
For Anne, it's time to step up the publicity. She's appearing on America's big entertainment show, Access Hollywood.
I saw you yesterday. You are terrific.
Oh, that's nice.
You are really a classy deputy. It was so cool.
But it seems Anne, more than the show, is the irresistible factor to viewers, both in England, where the show first began.
Oh, do you? Well, just give a message there. We are the strongest link, aren't we? We are the weakest link, yes. Goodbye. Goodbye.
That's very good.
And in Hollywood, Anne has become the host some love to hate.
We adore hating you, which is lovely.
But NBC's execs are taking the show very seriously. They are hoping the popularity of Anne and Weakest Link can help boost the slumping ratings at the network.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
The PR machine is relentless, but for today's photo shoot, Anne doesn't have far to go. They've come to her hotel. That'll be the Beverly Hills Hotel, of course.
We have the car. We have the star.
You get more Hollywood than this?
No. You could have some sunshine. The pink Cadillac is inspired.
If two of you came with the luggage, one come up this side, one come up that side.
I haven't been to the Beverly Hills Hotel for 10 years since I did a documentary on the rich and famous.
And now you're starring one about the rich and
Oh, I
famous.
didn't know. It's a sort of reminder that you never know what the next time is going to bring.
So, with that case, make us take a take out politics again, Dad.
Back in Britain, a storm has broken out. American publicity shots have found their way into the British tabloids. They've been doctored to make her look a lot younger.
That's great.
Oh, well, I much prefer this. That's just silly, isn't it? That's me.
Did you know that was going to happen?
No. No, I didn't. No. I mean, there's sort of lots of character in that. I prefer my hair there, anyway. Do you know what I'm concerned about? That every time anyone puts a mic in front of me or comes to interview me, they keep asking me if I'm worried about this or that or the other. Are you worried about your image? Are you worried about this picture? Are you worried that people won't take it right? I'm not worried. I am not worried. Which part of that sentence are people not getting?
It's the 8th of April, the morning of the Weakest Link's first recording. The programme's audience is gathering outside. It's a very select crowd.
We are here to work on the Weakest Link, as I think we're just basically going to be in the audience.
And what are you? Are you actors or what are you?
Yeah, we're all actors.
Are you from an agency that pays you to do this?
Yeah.
And when you're not being audience members, what are you?
Extras and music videos. Yeah.
Inside, the producers give the team a final pep talk. Everyone's nervous. After all the hype, the show's got a lot to live up to. These first few recordings could make or break it in the US.
Possible, and we don't want to have a hit for as long as possible, so that's also the reason why we're doing all this. Anyway, everybody, let's have a great show and a great series. Good luck.
If anyone could show me the first 4 questions before I go on, is that within the standard and practice? Just so I'm...
You want to say it now? We're right before.
No, that's fine. No, it's always just best to acquaint myself with the first 4.
Hey, John. Could you just put your feet together? She's just checking the length.
Deuce Bigelow.
Exactly. Mikhail Baryshnikov.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Sorry about that one.
You don't want to be stumped by a word like that on your first show.
Berkshire.
2 countries, 1 language.
Welcome to America.
We need to determine who's going to be in positions 1 through 8. We'll tell you all that approximately a half an hour before we go on. If you knew now, you'd be all nervous and grumpy, and we just do it like a Band-Aid. You rip, you pull it off, and it doesn't hurt as much if you pull it off a little bit at a time. All right?
You know Ed Wilson from NBC Entertainment?
Hello, Ann.
Hi.
Knocked them dead.
Thank
Sorry, I
you very
missed you
much.
last week. I was away, but wanted to certainly be here today.
Thank you so much.
We'll be watching. Have fun.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
He's Linda's boss.
What?
He's Linda Fennell's boss.
Oh, right. Okay. Could you stand behind these people and do, 10 is the NBC equivalent of Bush, right?
Gotcha. If I
Okay.
do like 1 or 2, it's like...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that.
But you've not been good on that.
Well, I just did there. I just said NBC. I said his name.
I know, but that doesn't mean anything.
When you applaud for us, this is NBC, guys. This is Studio One. This is prime time. This is America, folks. Don't give us 1, 2, 3. When you do it, only 4 times tonight, you throw them together real fast. It's real aerobic, real hot. Now let's try number 1 of 4. 1, 2, 3, go! That's it. You got it.
Okay, let's do it, guys.
Millions of dollars have been spent getting to this moment. It's Anne's turn to shine. But with back-to-back shows to record, no one thinks it's going to be easy.
Franchise around the world, 8 or 9 countries already hopping on board for Weakest Link. The lady who's made it all so much fun and is going to make it that much enjoyable for us. On her first day here at NBC, would you say hello to your host, Anne Robinson?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very thrilled to be here. It's a great honor to be in the US. We've had enormous fun with this show in Britain. I hope you enjoy it here. And just one other thing I wanted to say to you, that this is the last time you will see me smile. Let's do it.
Out 5.
4, 3,
2.
Welcome to the Weakest Link. Any of the 8
Ready,
people
2.
in the studio here tonight could win up to $1 million.
Go ahead, 2.
As round by round, we eliminate the player voted
keep going.
Weakest Link.
And
Let's meet
hold.
the team.
Shift 6.
Time is ticking on. The recording is forced to stop and start while the technical crew and production team get to grips with their new show.
Rolling.
You are wonderfully evil. You were right. I'm so sorry. The 25 years, you were right.
Yes.
That'll teach me.
I just
won't it?
assumed that you were right.
I know, but that's a good thing to do. That's a good career move.
Sure.
Cameras, we're back.
And whatever they get in this round.
Right, Jill, the hot shot lawyer. Human rights, not something you have knowledge of?
Criminal law is what I do.
So we must be understanding about you not knowing the difference between Gandhi and the Dalai Lama. Why Tansy?
Because I think Tansy is frightened by you, and we can't have anyone on the team who's frightened by you.
But we will
Some of the contestants are clearly intimidated by Anne, but will her unique style win over the American public?
British personalities haven't always played well in the United States. I don't think Americans have anything against Brits at all, but what American viewers want from their host is a sense of connection. They want to feel like they have something in common with that person. And for her to come in as a dominatrix may sort of scare away a lot of viewers. It's going to be tough. People like their TV personalities warm and cuddly, and Anne Robinson is not that.
Jill, how do you think you're doing?
I think I'm doing pretty well.
Do you?
Yes,
You're an attorney.
I am.
And wouldn't you think that a good lawyer should know everything there is to know about the Constitution?
Only those amendments and clauses that pertain to that lawyer's practice. Thank you.
How is this woman, who's going to make an enormous amount of money, to come over here and insult these players, not expect that the American public could potentially be outraged by this?
No, we've got some very good contestants.
Compared to the English one. They've already
I think a couple are, and you always need someone to play with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the good news is the bad-tempered ones just got voted off. So we've worn her down in the end. Kevin! Had enough of Jill, have you?
I have to say, her negative energy is just it's bringing me down.
Jill, you have delighted us for long enough. You are the Weakest Link. Bye-bye.
I thought that she was just a bully. I spend most of my time locked in a jail cell with people who've committed heinous crimes, men who've killed people. There's no one sitting there with me. If I'm not afraid of them, I surely am not afraid of this woman.
Goodbye.
Applause! Or not.
13 hours later and the shows are in the can. Time for a group hug.
Thanks for all your good humour.
What a great first day.
These are my guys. I love you guys. I'm so proud of you.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you, darling.
She's going to be expected to do a lot of publicity. She's going to be expected to do a lot of personal appearances. She's going to be expected to promote the show. And if she doesn't come across in interviews and on personal appearances as a warm, wonderful person underneath it all, the American people may just say, "Who is this witch? Go back."
From the NBC studios in Burbank, The Tonight Show with Jay Leno, featuring Shaquille O'Neal, the host of Weakest Link, Ann Robinson.
All the proceeds for tonight's show go to the orphanage in Leeds.
And now, Jay Leno.
Jay Leno is the king of the late-night talk show. An appearance on his show is a good indicator of who's hot and who's not.
She's been called the most feared woman on television. She'll be hosting the American version of Weakest Link, starting April 16th, right on NBC. Please welcome Ann Robinson. Hello, Ann. How are you? Welcome to America.
This is very exciting. I think he is the tallest Link.
He is. Actually, that's average size for American men in America.
Oh,
Yeah. The average American male. Yeah, that's about
Do I
average.
have to look at you?
No. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. No.
The American contestants are very feisty, actually.
Oh, really? More
Yeah,
so?
they answer back and they...
They're very mean to each other.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, Ann, congratulations, Ann. Okay. Much success there in America. We'll be right back with India Ari right after this. Ann Robinson.
Well, I don't know. I think it was a bit quick, but anyway.
A while ago, but
Hey, well.
we're glad to see you, man.
Hello, well done.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Good. Going in time. Yeah, right. Well, we're all going off for a margarita. Finally, Anne gets her SO, her shopping opportunity.
We finally get to shop.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
I am really worried now. For the first time I'm worried I won't have enough time or enough money to buy all the shoes I want with Charles Jourdain.
Okay, go. The clock is running.
It's like Dale Winton's supermarket trolley at home. We have to get.
All right, Ann, you tell me what you like.
Eric,
But,
you're the expert.
Oh.
But I want to try those on. I bet I've chosen the most expensive shoes in the shop.
If you didn't, I did. Now we've gone to fancy.
Yeah, this is what happens, of course, isn't it? So, Eric, how much are we talking here?
The shoes are $2.15.
Yeah, and the bag?
The handbag is $3.35.
It's a snitch, isn't it? I'm always being connected with my desire for money, and I just think that money is quite a good barometer of where you're at and what you've achieved. I mean, it's not everybody's barometer, but it's always been, to me, a pretty easy way to judge whether you're doing okay. But that's because I'm a trader's daughter. No, no boxes, darling.
No,
Just put them in that bag. I mean, I think a real stylist would regard me as very conservative, because I'm not into labels for labels' sake at all. But I mean, I love the cut of Armani. I love the cut of Jasper Conran.
And I like a good shoe. Eric, thank you all very much indeed.
And what do you think of what I'm wearing then?
Nothing I wouldn't expect of you, Michael.
Oh, dear.
You ready?
Yeah.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Eric.
Cheers.
It's the day of transmission, and she's flown 2,500 miles coast to coast to New York for a final frenzy of publicity designed to push the ratings through the roof. It's 8 a.m. and first up, an interview on Today, the #1 rated breakfast show in America.
Ann Robinson, good morning. If I were one of those contestants, I'd say, hey, I don't have to take that from you, but I do.
The wonderful thing is, coming over here, that the contestants are very feisty. I've always thought that Americans were natural broadcasters, and they do answer me back. They're great fun, yes. Much, you know, in Britain, they're much more shy and polite.
Good luck to you. The show is called The Weakest Link.
I love your hair.
Thank you very much. I love your hair, too.
While you were on MSNBC, which is our news channel, called and they wanted to try to get a quick interview with you next door before the satellite.
Well, you're in charge.
We do have time.
Yeah,
okay,
I don't mind.
You're
Yeah,
okay,
I'm on.
great.
Adorable. I love you.
I'm going to start charging mileage, I think.
No opportunity is turned down. There's always time to squeeze in another quick interview.
Americans are natural broadcasters, and they're much less shy.
It's non-stop before a dash to Times Square, where another 24 TV interviews are lined up from networks all over the States, desperate to get the day's big story.
Yeah, but you're inside, Anita.
This time it's up a 15-foot crane.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay. Hi there. Well, I've always thought how articulate Americans are. They are natural broadcasters. And they're very uninhibited when it comes to giving their opinion of other contestants. Because every time another contestant screws up, it's costing the team money.
I've known this woman for 36 years, you know, but she's been a pretty domineering person throughout all that time, so seeing her on a vast screen in Times Square is no different to being at home, really.
I think I'm the coldest woman in New York. Where's my bun?
If the show's going to be a hit, it's got to win over Middle America. Families like the Kiernans in San Dimas. The constant trails of the weakest link have not escaped their notice.
That's funny.
How about water?
Yes,
You know,
I didn't know
water
that wasn't a
kind of
good
good
idea.
water.
I don't want to see those advertisements anymore. It's the truth. She sounds kind of annoying. I'm sorry. I've been practicing my... I mean, I don't know how she does that. It's so...
Back in New York, the program's about to go to air. Ann Robinson's big moment has arrived.
Of the weakest link on NBC. Goodbye.
Welcome to the weakest link.
Come on.
Meet the team.
John, 42,
Carol Scared.
Camden, New Jersey, funeral director and embalmer.
Does anyone get a vision of the Grim Reaper with the long black leather coat?
I was taking the walk of shame out of here, and you know what? I was just so disappointed because I was their best shot to win that $1 million. The next one voted off is definitely Marcus. I mean, anybody who doesn't know the President of the United States of America's name shouldn't even be in this country. He should be in Canada.
Great.
I want to know what the selection process is to get on this show.
Really?
I think they do a personality test. They want people with free-floating hostility.
So James is dead in the water.
As far as I'm concerned,
Why?
I just think he needs to go back to school.
You guys are getting just as mean as
You must come back after you've been to college, Jen.
I'm not mad about my lipstick colour. It's a bit, I think the lips are a bit big, actually. Well, I mean, she's a terrific makeup artist, but they are used in this country to giving you bumblebee lips.
I am so disappointed and frustrated because I feel that I was the strongest player throughout the whole game.
I'm ecstatic right now.
It was interesting to watch. It'll be funny to hear people talk about it tomorrow at school. There's going to be a lot of different reactions, but it'll be funny to see. I'm sure I'll hear it around campus.
Goodbye.
She's just so cold. That's, you know, that's my thing. Although I watch it, you know, and I get sucked into the making fun of the contestants too and stuff, and that's terrible. But that's probably what people will do.
I think it'll be a big success in the United States, just because it really fits the kind of TV that's going on right now with Jerry Springer and Judge Judy. People who are really harsh in the way that they treat people, which, you know, it's not a good thing, I don't think. But, you know, it's what's going to sell, and so I think it will be a success.
I thought it was pretty funny because all these people were all negative and everything, and then they were all bitter. And the lady, she didn't seem that mean, just mean to the contestants, because that's what she's probably getting paid to do, is be mean to the contestants.
That night, 15.1 million people tuned in, far exceeding the hopes of NBC and becoming the network's biggest Monday night hit for 5 years. 2 nights later, it topped the national ratings. And in New York, Anne Robinson is front page news.
Are you the weakest link? I love it. Are you the weakest link? Maybe. Maybe. What's your name? Adam.
So last night the show had its biggest ratings to date.
Yeah, we did. We cleaned up last night.
What are the comments?
Well, of course, everybody loves the show.
Anne Robinson is on the way to becoming an international star.
But don't forget the original, The Weakest Link on BBC One Wales tomorrow night at 8 o'clock.